Okay, good afternoon to everyone. I am not getting any reply. Thank you. Then today we are going to discuss about the SAR of the cholinergic agonist. Keep like a normal class only. Okay. Already we know that cholinergic agonists, they are also called as the parasympathetic drugs. Particularly it is related to the release of the acetylcholine. It is related to the release of acetylcholine. Then whenever we are going to discuss about this cholinergic agonist or parasympathetic drugs, already we finished the structural part. In that we discuss different types of agonists like a acetylcholine, carbachol, methanacol, methacholine. Different types of drugs we discuss, which will be comes under in the class of cholinergic agonist or cholinergic drugs. Structurally we know all the drugs, what composition they will be have, what differences they will be have. When compared to the methanacol, carbachol, what difference is there? When compared to the acetylcholine, methacholine, what difference is there? Structural difference already you know. But now we are going to discuss about how they are vary when we are related with the biological activity. The structure, how it will be creating the difference in the biological activity, we are going to discuss in the SAR. SAR means already we know structural activity and relationship. We are finding the difference in the activity by comparing the structure and what? Activity. We are comparing the difference between the structure and activity. What relation will be there in the structure and activity, that we are going to be find out. The structure of the acetylcholine we might be know. It is the composition of the acetyl group one side. It's called as the acetic acid. It is linked to the ethylene bridge. That ethylene bridge, it is going to be joined with the trimethyl ammonium. I hope this is the structure of the acetylcholine. Then we can see that just you divide this structure into the three parts. Just you divide this structure into the three parts. Here, okay, whenever we are going to discuss about the structural activity and relationship, mainly we are keeping in our mind the basic structure and its skeleton. Any topic you might be take, either it may be adrenergic agonist, either it may be beta blocking activity, either it may be cholinergic antagonist or cholinergic agonist. Whatever it might be, all the structures which are coming into the same class, they are structurally, they will be look similar with the minor modification. Here we might be know in the cholinergic agonist, acetylcholine it playing the vital role. Already I told the function of acetylcholine also we discuss. What the functions of the acetylcholine? Muscle movement, it is related to the muscle movement. Then it is related to the majority of the brain functions, that the cognizance will be called, memory we can call, either it may be the reading memory you might be take. All these things it will be related to the acetylcholine. Not only that, it might be, it will be working on the heart also, blood pressure also. That's why these structural compositions are very important. We are discussing this structure in the SAR in the three parts. The first part is the trimethyl ammonium. The second part is the ethylenic bridge. And the third part is the acetyl oxy group. Then I will write here, this is the acetyl oxy group. This one is the ethylene bridge. This one is the trimethyl ammonium. This is also called as the onium group. Always it is bearing the positive charge because it is in the form of quaternary. Then we will be discuss about the ammonium, that is the trimethyl ammonium. In case of trimethyl ammonium, when you will be see this nitrogen it will be having the 3 methyl groups. When you will be see the structures of cholinergic agonist, all the structures they are having particularly this group. What is that group? Trimethyl ammonium. Example, you can take the different drugs like acetylcholine, like methacholine, like carbachol, like bethanacol. All they are having this trimethyl ammonium group. It means what it is indicate in the SAR? It playing this trimethyl ammonium playing the vital role in case of SAR. Because you might be know, it is attached to the different pharmacophore groups, active groups. All they having the capacity to bind with the receptor, including nitrogen. They are having the capacity to bind with the receptor. Then what we discuss generally in the physico-chemical properties related to biological activity, whenever the number of binding groups will be increases particularly with the receptor, whenever the binding will be increases with the receptor, then what happen? What is the relation with the biological activity? Increases or decreases? Increases the biological activity. Binding affinity increases, biological activity increases. That's why we cannot neglect any group which is present in this particular basic structure. Then what changes we can do here? We saw bethanacol, we saw methacol, we saw carbachol and different drugs. I told that all they will be having the similar trimethyl ammonium group. It means what it will be indicate? For example, you might be take one methyl group, you can be substitute this one methyl group. If I will be substitute this methyl group, for example, I will be substitute with the higher alkyl group. What is this higher alkyl group? Ethyl group. Any modification, any one of the methyl group, if you substituted with the higher alkyl group, the activity it is going to be decreases. The activity it is going to decreases. What type of activity? Cholinergic agonist activity. What type of activity? Cholinergic agonist activity it is going to be decreases. Any one of the methyl group you can substitute with any higher alkyl group. It is going to activity, it is going to be decreases or it is going to be reduces. Then if I replace all the alkyl groups, this one, already I was this one substituted, but if this remaining two groups also if I can substitute, It means all three groups when we will be substitute or when we will be replaced with the higher alkyl group. Higher alkyl group means you might be take ethyl, you might be take propyl, you might be take or any other group, butyl you might be take. Now I am going to be replace all these particular groups with the ethyl group. Then what happens means instead of cholinergic agonist, it is going to be produce the cholinergic antagonist activity. Completely contrast. Instead of cholinergic agonist, it produces the cholinergic antagonist. Just see, when we will be substituted one of the methyl group activity, just it is going to be reduce or it is going to be decrease. If we substitute all the groups or if we replace all the methyl groups, then completely contrast it is going to be produced, means antagonist activity towards the cholinergic receptors it is showing. Towards the cholinergic receptor antagonist activity it is showing. Generally acetylcholine what it will be do? It will be increases the blood pressure or decreases the blood pressure? Cholinergic drugs increases or decreases? Increases. Are you sure? Always the cholinergic drugs opposite to the adrenergic drugs. Adrenergic drugs increasing the heart rate, but cholinergic drugs decreasing the heart rate. But on the smooth muscles, it is having the stimulating effect, not the relaxation effect. It is having the stimulation effect. For example, secretion of the saliva, it is going to be increased because it is having the stimulation effect. That's why when you will be replace all the methyl groups, it is going to be produce the antagonist activity, cholinergic antagonist. One methyl group substituted or replaced, activity decreases. But all the methyl groups, what happen? It is going to be produce the antagonist activity towards the cholinergic receptors. Then another thing is that, for example, here nitrogen is there. This nitrogen you can be replaced with the sulfur, you can be replaced with the arsenic, you can be replaced with the phosphorus, you can be replaced with the antimony. We can replace, but the replacement of this nitrogen, it shows us always it is going to be decrease the activity. Always it is going to decrease the activity. That is the reason whenever we see the cholinergic agonist examples, all they are having the nitrogen only. They are neither having the phosphorus, they are neither having the sulfur, they are neither having the arsenic, or they are neither having the antimony. Only they are having the nitrogen. It indicates that presence of nitrogen only, it is going to be produce the optimum activity, optimum cholinergic agonist activity. This is about the trimethyl ammonium. The next part we can see ethylene bridge. The ethylene bridge, two carbons are there in between the acetyloxy group, in between the trimethyl ammonium. The bridge is about the two carbons. This carbon is called as the alpha, this carbon is called as the beta, because whenever after the functional group, whatever the carbon it will become, it is calling as the alpha. Then next it is calling as the beta. But see, for example, we can take the any example which is belongs to the cholinergic agonist. Cholinergic agonist. I can take the bethanacol. It is there or not bethanacol? Bethanacol is there. I will write the structure of the bethanacol. I told this is the alpha position, this is the beta position. Now on the beta position, what is there? What we are having? Substitution? Methyl group. Whenever the methyl group on the beta position, remember carefully, it is more selective towards the muscarinic receptors. More selective towards the muscarinic receptors, because already we discussed cholinergic receptors two types. One is the nicotinic, another one is the muscarinic. Muscarinic receptor, they are present at throughout the body. Throughout the body means they are present in the muscle, they are present in the heart, everywhere they are present. But when you will be take the nicotinic receptor, they are present only at the neuromuscular junction. Where they are present? Neuromuscular junction. If we are substituting on the beta carbon, it is more selective towards what? More selective towards the muscarinic. It means what? Whatever the cholinergic activity is there, that activity they are going to be produced through the muscarinic receptors, because muscarinic receptors, they are present throughout the body. They are related to the saliva secretion, they are related to the increased blood pressure or decreased blood pressure, they are related to the muscle contraction or muscle movement. What it will indicate that beta substitution with the methyl group more selective towards the muscarinic when compared to the nicotinic. But if the same beta position, if I substituted instead of methyl group, if I will be take any higher alkyl group like ethyl, like propyl, any higher alkyl group, that is going to be reduce the activity. Which activity? Cholinergic agonist activity. It is going to be reduced when compared to the acetylcholine. All the things comparatively we are doing with the acetylcholine. When compared with the acetylcholine, the activity it is going to be reduced. It is having the substitution, methyl substitution at the beta position more selective towards the muscarinic than the nicotinic. But higher alkyl group, it is going to be reduce the activity when compared with the acetylcholine. If alpha position you can see, I am not substituting at this beta position. Now I am substituting towards the alpha position, same methyl group. If it is beta position, what happened? More selective towards the muscarinic compared to the nicotinic. If it is at the alpha position, it is more selective towards the nicotinic when compared to the muscarinic. See the difference. Just positional difference. One is substituted at the alpha, another one substituted at the beta. When substituted at the beta, it is selective towards the muscarinic. But when it is substituted towards the alpha, it is selective towards the nicotinic. Nicotinic receptors, already I told, they are present in the neuromuscular junction. They are responsible for the depolarization and contraction of the muscle. That action it is showing through the nicotinic receptors. If for example, there is a no ethylenic bridge, it is possible. Just remove the ethylenic bridge. Instead of ethylenic bridge, you can keep methyl or propyl or butyl or any carbons. Means one carbon, either 3 carbons or 4 carbons. When it is having the 2 carbons, we came to know that with the 2 carbons, it is going to be produced the optimum cholinergic agonist activity. If I reduce also number of carbons, if I increase also same number of carbons, the activity it is going to be reduced. Activity it is going to be reduced. Sometimes the activity it is going to abolish also. No activity also we can be observed. For example, you can take the methyl acetylcholine, CH3CO, methyl acetylcholine means only one linkage is there, one carbon linkage only it is present, CH2, then after that CH3, CH3. This is called as the methyl choline. What it is called? Methyl choline, not the methacholine, methyl choline. It means only one carbon is there. This one is less active when compared with the acetylcholine, or you can compare with the betacholine, or you can compare with the methacholine, or you can compare with the carbachol. It means what? What indicate that? We required only the 2 carbon bridge. It indicate that we required only the 2 carbon bridge. Not 3, not 1, not 4. Only 2. This is about the ethylene bridge. Then come to the last part. What is the last part we are having in this case? Acetyloxy group. In the acetylcholine, we observed that here it is having the acetyloxy group. What it is having? Acetyloxy group. But for example, you can take the carbachol. Instead of this methyl group, what it will be having in case of carbachol? Amine group. What it is having? Amine group. Here it is having the acetic acid, but here it is having the carbamic acid. What it is having? Carbamic acid means methyl group, it is going to be replaced with the amine group. Replaced with the amine group. When you will be replaced with the amine group, example like in the carbachol, this is the structure of the carbachol. This is the structure of the carbachol. What is the difference is there when compared with the acetylcholine? Only the difference is methyl group replaced with the amine group. Instead of acetic acid, here it is having the carbamic acid. What it is having? Always whenever you can see in the any structure, if the carbon going to be replaced with any other heteroatom, always majority of the cases 90% the activity it is going to be increases. The activity it is going to be increases. Whenever it will be having the carbamic acid amine group instead of methyl group, the cholinergic agonist activity increases. For example, what I told? Carbachol. What I told? Carbachol. Bethanacol also having the same structure. What is the difference? Bethanacol, carbachol? NH2. Here at the beta position, bethanacol, what it is having? Methyl substitution it is having. What it having? Methyl substitution. Already we know that carbachol is more active than the acetylcholine, because the reason is that methyl group we replace with the amine group, but here beta position also we substituted another group. The activity is more and it is selective towards the beta position, means selective towards which receptor? Muscarinic receptor. More active and selective towards the muscarinic receptor. Means every change whatever you are doing, it is responsible to change the activity. That's why we are finding out the relationship between the structure and activity. We change the structure means what it is going to be happen with the activity. That I told that methyl group of the acetyloxy group, if we replace that methyl group with the amine group, means activity it is going to be increase. For example, if instead of this amine group, if I will take any aromatic ring, higher aromatic ring, if I will be take like benzene, methyl group if I will be substitute with the aromatic ring like benzene, or any heterocyclic ring like pyrrole, like pyridine, like pyrrolidine, whatever you might be take, it is going to be completely going to be produce the contrast activity, that is the antagonist activity. It produces the antagonist activity towards the cholinergic receptors. Cholinergic receptors. This is about the SAR of the cholinergic agonist. We divided the structure, basic structure, into the three parts. One is the trimethyl ammonium, another one is the ethylenic bridge, another one is the acetyloxy group. See, wherever we do the change, that having the changes particularly in the activity, changes in the activity, either increase the activity or decrease the activity or completely opposite activity. Instead of agonist, antagonist activity. Okay, I hope you might be understood this.